Hello, my Capricorn family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and this is your weekly tarot reading for you, Capricorn, for August 24th through the 30th. Thank you for joining me today. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe and join me each and every day for my quick glance daily readings. This week, I'm using the Tattoo Tarot deck by Oliver Munden, a very talented illustrator and tattoo artist. And I have included a link below to his website so you could view some of his amazing work. And also a brand new oracle deck from Colette Baron-Reid, Oracle of the Seven Energies. And the energy coming off of this deck is amazing. Now, always a reminder, these are general readings. For the Capricorns that desire a more personalized reading, click on my website link below. So let's get started and see what your cards are indicating this week. Starting with your first card, Capricorn, the Five of Cups. Okay, Cap, something hasn't turned out the way that you expected it to. This card has the energy where you're going to be sad, disappointed in something, maybe even some regrets. This is the type of energy that can trap you and keep you in a state of self-pity, Capricorn, instead of just moving on with your life. Now, the energy of the Five of Cups is viewing things more as a glass half empty, focusing on what went wrong or how you failed. And this is an energy that can really put you in a spiral and just keep you stuck in that loop. You'll be stuck in the past and you can't let anything go. So the Five of Cups for some of you is about blaming yourself or believing you're a victim of your life circumstances. And these type of negative emotions are holding you back tremendously from your fullest potential, Capricorn. So this is the time to recognize them, release them, so you can move on and create positive change in your life. Now, for some Capricorns, the Five of Cups could be showing up indicating forgiveness is the key in regards to both yourself and others. And if someone has disappointed you, find it in your heart to forgive that person. And then just release yourself from any further disappointment. Know that you did the best that you could do under the circumstances. And now just learn from those mistakes and move on. Now, usually you see the Five of Cups with three overturned cups. And that's your focus right now on the three, like spilt milk. You're focusing on the negative, what went wrong, instead of seeing the two upright cups, which is new opportunities and possibilities that are there for you, Capricorn. You're just not seeing it. So with the Five of Cups showing up, this is the time to shift your mindset and focus on what can go right from this point forward. Just be open to the positive side of life and know many blessings come your way in disguise, instead of giving in to the glass half empty viewpoint. Look at it now as the glass is half full. Now, for some Capricorns, when this card does turn up, it could be indicating to help others who are indeed worse off than you are. And as we look at this Five of Cups in this deck, you see the two cups at the top. That's your remaining opportunities and the positive side to this card. But you see the eye and the tears crying into the middle cup? That is indicating your focus at this time, Capricorn. Now, the number 5 energy of this card usually is presenting a challenge or a struggle, especially if you're starting down a new path, possibly something that's not familiar to you. And 5 likes to shake things up. It likes to break your old habits. And sometimes this energy can make you feel like you're passing through fire to be made stronger. So with this number 5 energy, you're learning lessons and then just try to move forward. Now, one of the keys here that I'm picking up from my guides, 5, and that's your energy here. The number 5 is the number of the throat chakra, Capricorn, and that is concerned with your communication. So for some of you, that might be the possible disappointment that you're feeling or regret, possibly something that you said recently. The 5 of Cups is such an emotional card, and it's also Scorpio's card. So this particular water sign might be involved as to why the 5 of Cups is showing up for you this week. Now, the possible upside to this card showing up for some Capricorns is the fact that you are needed this week to provide some form of comfort to someone else who is in need. And that will shift your focus off of you as you will be concentrating and giving someone else advice and comfort. Now, taking a look at your next card, Capricorn, you have the 6 of Swords. Now, this card is usually moving into easier times. This is about leaving your troubles behind and moving ahead. For some Capricorns, the 6 of Swords is showing up as a transition. This card usually comes up when you're moving away or planning to move away from confusion, something that's painful or destructive to you. So this could be certain individuals, a relationship, moving away from possible friends who enable destructive or abusive behavior. Could be coworkers. Now, there could be a negative influence around you, something you keep going back to, Capricorn. So with the 6 of Swords card showing up, this is indicating that you're going to be making the decision to move away from whatever this is that is destructive to you. And possibly for some Capricorns, you might be doing some traveling, taking a little bit of a holiday, possibly something to do with water. And during that time, you're getting some distance from this situation or individuals so that you can get a better perspective as to what you truly want to do in the future. This card is an indication of a time of transition for you, Capricorn, and often change can be difficult. Not your favorite thing, Cap. But one thing that the 6 of Swords does provide is the hope and optimism that when you get to the other side, you will feel great relief of what you have left behind. Now, what I like about this particular card in this deck is the fact that there's a sun beneath all of the swords on this card, indicating an easier time is underneath. And then the number 6 energy of this card is harmony and balance, which will be achieved once you eliminate whatever this destructive energy is in your life. And one thing to mention, the 6 of Swords is Aquarius's card. And for those of you that are near the cusp of Aquarius, the next sign after yours, this can indicate you might possibly be too much in your head, thinking about things, creating more problems for yourself. So stop that, Cap. And not only is the 6 of Swords Aquarius's card, it is associated with Mercury, which is the messenger to the gods. It can indicate travel. But the main point here, the common thing I'm starting to see here in your reading, Mercury associated with this is communication. So that seems to be the key this week, Capricorn. And 6 is also the number of the third eye chakra, which relates to your intuition. So another indication with the 6 of Swords showing up is to connect with spirit, to get the guidance and messages that are needed to get you away from some of this negative energy that seems to be surrounding you, Cap. Now, taking a look at your next card, these are thick cards. New deck. Okay, The Five of Swords, Cap. So, one thing that's coming through from my guides is you are really so much into the mental energies. The Five of Swords is also Aquarius's card. Now, just in general, Capricorn, this is a very negative energy. This could be your energy, or this could be something that's surrounding you at this time, which I feel your Six of Swords here was already indicating. So, since this is the Five of Swords, this is like stepping one foot backwards. Maybe trying to pull you back in instead of making progress with your Six of Swords by leaving something destructive behind. Now, the Five of Swords energy is a winning at all costs type of energy. And for some Capricorns, you might possibly be staying in a relationship or a friendship because you don't want to hear others around you say, I told you so. So this card showing up after the Six of Swords is like you're taking a step backwards. This is an energy of feeling defeated, and this can be arguments, feeling attacked. And for some of you, this is an indication that you might get in an argument with someone close to you. You might say words that you can never take back, and you will regret saying them. So the energy of this card is staying in an unhealthy situation in order to prove that you're right. Where does that get you? You're not wanting to hear I told you so from anyone, but where does that get you? And this is once again the Five energy as your first card, which is challenging. This is creating struggles, upsetting the disequilibrium, possibly within your relationships, just breaking old habits and shaking things up. But a reminder, again, 5, the number of the throat chakra. So communication seems to be the key in regards to your reading this week. And for some Capricorns, the Five of Swords is turning up, telling you to watch what you say, because you might say something that you totally regret later, and you won't be able to take it back. And as I'm looking at this particular Five of Swords in this deck, it almost has a Three of Swords energy about it with the rose in the middle. And then the 3 swords are thrust into the rose. This is a red rose, which represents the beauty of life and the hope for future. And this symbolizes passion and action and the masculine essence. So this could possibly be getting in an argument with a male individual. And for some Capricorns, the Five of Swords can be indicating that you're competing with others, especially in regards to success. And you see them as threats to your own happiness. So this is where the win at all cost energy comes in. And sometimes this card shows up that in spite of your best efforts, Capricorn, you're not going to win this one. So learn from the experience. Be smarter and wiser for the next time. Now the 3-card spread adds up to number 16, which reduces to number 7. And 7s do represent forces that must be dealt with that are beyond your control, Cap. But this number signifies your spiritual life, looking within, having the wisdom to look at the larger meaning of whatever situation you're dealing with this week. And with this number 7 comes the time to call upon your deep inner resources in order to overcome these challenges. And 7 is the number of the crown chakra, and this numerology is indicating to check in with your co-partnership with spirit. This is once again bringing up communication this week, Capricorn. And this can be a disconnection with spirit. Very important to get back on track, Cap. As you start your week with the 5 of Cups, which is an energy of looking at the glass half empty. It's feelings of loss and disappointment and self-pity. But for some Capricorns, The Five of Cups is showing up to pay attention to someone around you that needs your support, advice, and comfort at this time. And the Six of Swords is indicating that there is something negative or destructive around you at this time. And you need to move away from that energy, possibly taking a day trip or a little vacation, which might be involving water, and just spending some time thinking things through. But the Six of Swords is promising that once you get away from this negative and possibly abusive energy, you will be so happy looking back, seeing what you left behind. And then the Five of Swords, taking one step backwards from where you were, possibly not eliminating what the Six of Swords message is trying to tell you. This is also dealing with Aquarian energy, and the swords are all about your mental energies. But there is a common thread throughout your reading, and this is in regards to your throat chakra, which is your communication. And the number 5 energy is running through this reading. So the best advice, Capricorn, is watch your communication this week, watch what you say, and think before you speak. Now let's take a look and see which crystal your angels and guides have selected for you this week. Lapis Lazuli. Okay. What's the first thing you see on this card, Capricorn? Third eye and throat chakras running rampant through your reading. Holy cow. This is in regards to your intuition, and the throat chakra is your communication. So your angels and guides have selected the perfect crystal this week. Lapis Lazuli has an energy that will help you communicate clearly, which is what you absolutely need assistance with this week. And it will also help you to really tap into your third eye chakra, which helps you with your intuition. So for some Capricorn individuals, if you've been feeling stuck or stagnant, like life is bringing you one problem after another, this crystal is here to help you this week. Because this is an indication of a very transformative energy is possible. And that's what your Six of Swords is all about, Capricorn. You need to transition and move away from the negative and destructive energy that is around you in some manner. There is a positive energy force coming into you this week that will help you to let go of anything in your past or present that's holding you back. And then as you begin to dwell less on anything from your past, you begin to feel this surge of new transformative energy. So Capricorn, now is the time to focus on your strengths, not looking at your weaknesses. You do have an incredible inner power that can get you through any hard times, Capricorn. And remember that you're not alone. Your angels and guides are also with you, helping you. You just need to tune into your higher self, tap into spirit, reconnect, get the guidance and clarity and communication skills that will be needed this week. And your angels and guides are telling you to try not to get too distracted by other people's energies, opinions, or problems. And this can especially be in regards to the Capricorns that have this negative energy around them. And maybe you're not experiencing or projecting this energy, but there can be this energy around you. So be sure to have some lapis lazuli that you carry in your pocket, or possibly a bracelet. This is mine here, so that you can wear it this week, as this crystal is going to help you resolve some of your problems. Now let's take a look and see what message you're getting from the Oracle of the 7 energies. And you received a burst of magic. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Wonderful energy. I can just feel the energy off of this card. Now, in each card in this deck, it's affiliated with a certain energy and then a message for you. And this is energy number 7. This has to do with thought. This is in regards to your spirituality, Capricorn, your ego transcendence, liberation, understanding, and wisdom. Now, the burst of magic card is in regards to an epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. So this has to do with the conscious contact with the higher power, source energy, the divine. And the only way you're going to experience what this card is indicating, a burst of magic, is connecting with spirit. Now let's take a look at the message of this card. Now, sometimes you might find that something you've been pondering or dilemma you let go of revisits you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or the trigger may be just the right words arising in a conversation, a book, or a blog, something on social media. And then when an epiphany strikes, like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment and you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle you were meant to solve all along. This is the week, Capricorn, for this to happen. Answers are coming directly from source energy and spirit and being downloaded in to you with such a force of conviction that you cannot be the same ever again, Capricorn. But you will not experience this epiphany if you are disconnected from spirit. Now, the message with this card, Burst of Magic, is not an everyday gift. This is not a common occurrence. This card showing up is indicating the knowledge that spirit is always listening to you. Spirit is your loving partner, reminding you that you're not alone. Even when it appears that you're trapped, you always have the key to unlock the solution if you're willing to be open and tune into the source. The answers you see come when you stop looking for them. So this is a week to be mindful. And when information just pops out of the blue, pay attention, Capricorn. The action you need to take will become obvious as you integrate this magical wisdom, which will only come to you through the connection with spirit, source energy. And this will be for your highest good, Capricorn. You have the numerology of number 7, which is all about spirituality. And with the help of the LAPIS LAZULI crystal this week, you can overcome some of the challenges of this number 5 negative energy that might be with you or around you this week. Take the heed of the message of the 6 of Swords to look around, and you might be letting go of something that is no longer of use to you, something abusive or destructive. And it could be something or someone that has been with you for a long time, and you just need to let that go and move on. Now, I leave you with the message of the cards, Capricorn, but it is all within your own hands. You decide your own destiny, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. Love and abundance to my Capricorn family.